right.
Sorry.
No worries.
You didn't want to listen to the NPR trying to give money.
Right?
I'll mute. Sorry.
No worries. How are you doing?
Doing good. Wrapping up one kid's spring break and getting ready for the next two, and wrapping up a deal. So Robert's going to get to do a little work for my seller to clean some stuff out of the yard.
Nice.
Fun spring break, huh? His girlfriend's in St. John. I think I will hear about this sometime.
Give me 1 second, everybody. Just getting set up here. Can everybody hear me?
Yep.
Hello?
Yes, we can. Can you hear us?
Can you hear me, Kathy?
Yep.
Good morning.
I can't hear you. That's a problem.
Good morning. I can hear you. My dog can hear you. Can you hear Hayden barking?
There we go. All right. I'm good. Good. So you can still hear me, I hope.
Yes.
All right. Good morning, everybody. Impact Weekly Huddle. Friday, March 18th, 2021. Got some cool stuff today. Thanks all for coming. We're also live on Impact Group. Let's jump right into it. Little housekeeping as usual before we dive into the deep stuff. Just some housekeeping stuff that I usually talk about. Try and add some reminders on here. Every first and third Tuesday of the month, Meg and Shelly do EXP Explained. There is a Zoom link for that. You'll see that on the Impact page. So if you want to invite someone to that and introduce the EXP model to them, that's a great way to do it. If it's someone that does not want to be seen, you can log on with just your first name or fake name, and they don't have to have their camera on. They can they can still ask questions at the end. As always, they do a great job. Very formal way of doing it, and kind of also informal at the end as far as Q&A and just answering people's questions and making sure that they're getting all the information that they need. If it's someone that's really special, as we always say, and I don't want to say special, but someone that maybe high profile, they have a team, they don't want to be in a group on a call, reach out to us and we can do a private call with them, whether it be a Zoom call, in person, whatever it may be. So it's important to remember that. Go-getters, you guys should all be a part of that group too. That's AJ's group, AJ Maida, who's actually Shelly and my sponsor. And he does a great job with go-getters. And that is mostly about agent attraction. So if that is your game, they give some great tips on there. And they also do some great training on there as well. So last week I talked about the Shelly and Craig YouTube page. It's not really a plug for us. But that's where all of the Impact Group stuff is. Videos are housed. So if you miss one, you want to go back and watch or listen in the car, it's a great way to just listen to a playlist as well. There's also the Rev Up Your Rev Share, a series that we did. Shelly, John Padone, and myself did a 5-part series on Rev Up Your Rev Share. Introducing the EXP model to other agents and some great tips and tricks. Shelly and John really led that, and they did a fantastic job. So make sure you check that out. If you haven't listened to that, you should go back and listen to it. Go on the Shelly and Craig YouTube channel. It's just a playlist. They're 30 minutes a piece. There's awesome nuggets in there. They do a great job at that. So check that out. As always, one more quick thing. We're on the Impact Worldwide group right now, live streaming. This page is mainly for announcements, interviews, training, live streams like we're on right now. If you want to introduce a new agent to the company, you can put a graphic on there. So, and there's Impact Group and EXP resources really go on there. If you want to ask real estate related questions, like, who's the best attorney in Hickory or Winston-Salem or something like that, you want to go into Impact Group Real Estate Collaboration. services offered. So if you do websites or closing coordinating, that's where you want to put that type of stuff. The reason we split them up is because the organization is getting so big. We're almost 2,500 agents now. So, there's a lot of people all over the United States and all over the world now within the organization. So, like I said last week, if someone says, who's the best attorney in Cornelius, North Carolina, the person that's in Ontario, Canada really doesn't care. And all it does is really jam up the news feed. So try and put all of the real estate related questions on that impact group, real estate collaboration group. If you're not part of that, make sure you go ahead and join that as well. So, all right, starting right out. In May, we have the Shareholder Summit coming up. That is going to be in EXP World, as the last two live events were. They're really cool. If you haven't been to one yet, make sure you go to expshareholdersummit.com and sign up, because that gives them a gauge of how many people are coming. It's also great notoriety and press for our company, because the size of the virtual events that this company holds is breaking records, and that right now, especially in COVID and everybody switching to virtual and things like that, it's great press for EXP and Virbela. Virbela is the software company that EXP World Holdings owns, and that's where EXP World is housed as well. So, but go on there, you should be there regardless. There's some great breakout sessions to help you build your business, taught by the top agents in the company all around the world. You're also, because it's the Shareholders Summit, it is the main stage is primarily about EXP World Holdings, which is our parent company that owns EXP Realty. And that's what the stock is on the NASDAQ. It's EXPI is the ticker symbol, and EXP World Holdings is the parent company that owns EXP Realty and a number of other companies like Success Magazine and Virbela and Showcase IDX and so forth. So make sure you are there so you know what's coming up and going on with our company. As a shareholder, you should know that. And then Kathy's got her hand up, but before she talks for a second, I was listening to a Clubhouse the other day, and Glenn Sanford was on there, who's the founder of EXP Realty and several other things. And he was talking about EXPCon 2021. And he kind of announced it right there and said that we are going to have a live event for EXPCon this year. So that's exciting for all of us trying to get back to some normalcy. So keep that in mind as well. Kathy, what's up?
I just noticed in the Shareholder Summit, it says there's an access to a new EXPI campus. Do you know anything about that?
I don't, but what's probably, they probably are going to announce a campus, a Virbela campus that basically houses all of the different entities within EXP. So if you wanted to be, if you wanted to say refer Virbela to an outside company, you would basically go into the EXPI campus, walk into Virbela and say, I need some more information on how to refer my buddy's business. They want to have a campus of their own or a suite or something like that. So that would be my thought. Great catch, Kathy. I didn't even notice that. She's got two puppies. That's why she's running all over the place. But that, there's always some really cool announcements that happen at these events. So make sure at the very least you log on for that. But like I said, go to expshareholdersummit.com. They always announce some really cool stuff there, and you should definitely sign up for that. That also allows you to pick your breakout sessions. They have like 40, 50, 60 breakout sessions over like 3 days where you can pick particular topics and go to those classes, live classes that are taught, and learn about what that topic is, taught by someone that's an expert in that field. Any questions on this? All right, cool. Moving right along. Speaking of other campuses, Success Magazine was recently purchased by Exp World Holdings. So now you are also a shareholder. If you have Exp stock, you're a shareholder in Success Enterprises, Success Magazine. And Success Magazine has been around for 124 years. It is a super duper recognized company and publisher. It is for personal development and success and entrepreneurship. That's what it's based around. It is a great vehicle for EXP and all of its other companies. But there is now an EXC, not an EXP, a Success World. So it was originally, I thought it was going to be called Dream World, but it's called Success World. And if you go to successworlddownload.com, you just click the button. It's free. You just download it right on your computer. You create an avatar just like you were in EXP World, and you can walk into Success World. And it's really cool. They have live speakers. They're going to have live classes for personal development and success and entrepreneurship, business development that you can attend. If you see in the lower right-hand corner, I was just kind of bouncing around campus. There wasn't really many people on campus at that time, but they're going to release schedules and so forth. But when I walked into this particular theater or auditorium, and I didn't go into all of them, it activates a live video. And that video started playing, and it was basically a workshop and, from a conference. So it was really neat to, just to get real content. They have some pretty big names that come in and are going to speak live. So it'd be cool to have that in your back pocket. So just go to successworlddownload.com, check that out. Don Hobbs is actually the president. I believe that's who he is. He's the president of Success Enterprises. He's running that. Awesome guy. A lot of us know him personally. And he has worked with Tony Robbins side by side in the past. I mean, he's got some great ties in this field. So he's a great guy to be running this. And they're excited about what they're going to do with it in the future. And that's only going to help the EXP World Holdings brand grow, because it's more recognition for the stock outside of real estate and so forth. So that's a very powerful thing that they purchased. There's Don right there. So Don is, let's see what his actual, well, it doesn't really say here. I think he's the president of Success Enterprises. Anyhow, he's running the show.
He is.
Yeah. You guys should, if you're on Clubhouse, you should definitely follow him. And then I put right here, successworlddownload.com, just in case you needed to find that again. It's right on his profile. That allows you to get into that world. And then success.com, Breakfast Club is awesome. That happens. Success Breakfast Club happens Monday through Friday, starts at 7 a.m. Eastern. I know Kathy's been on there a bunch of times. I've been on there a bunch of times. I'm sure a number of you have as well. Be very careful because it's highly addictive. And, I was just saying that to Kathy yesterday. I hadn't been in there in Clubhouse for about a month because it was just getting too addictive. You start listening and then you get sidetracked. So use it as a tool to learn and grow, but don't become a professional student is the word I was looking for, because there's a lot of people that become a professional student. They want to get ready, and then they never take action, and they can't wonder why they're not getting anywhere. So Danny's on the call. What's up, Danny?
Hey, I just wanted to really quickly, I was on two different Clubhouse rooms yesterday morning, One was the breakfast with Don Hobbs, and Glenn Sanford was on there. And then I jumped to another one that was, I think it was the millionaire. I forget what the name of it is, but it's actually, I'm looking it up, Breakfast with Champions, the Millionaire Breakfast Club. And Glenn Sanford was on that one as well. So, you know, I mean, I agree with you 100%. You can totally get lost in this and, you know, look up and it's 4 hours later and like, holy cow, where'd my day go? But, you know, I was probably on there for 30 minutes total and listened to Glenn talk for, you know, probably 10 or 15 minutes of those minutes. So it was, you know, I mean, I was talking to my wife last night. I mean, this opportunity to listen to people like him and Don Hobbs, and, you know, like I listened to Chris Voss last night, who, you know, is considered the world's #1 negotiating coach, and other people. I mean, just having access to these people and listen to them live give their little nuggets is just, it's pretty amazing, man. I mean, Clubhouse is you know, it's pretty amazing app, social media thing. So anyway, just thought I'd share that. I think Glenn hopping on those is pretty cool for us.
Yeah, absolutely. It can be addictive, but I agree with you, Danny. It is awesome to really kind of listen to the insight and the way these, you know, that have access to these people and listen to the way their mind works. And, you know, there's a lot of brilliant people on there that just share nuggets and share how they got there and what their mindset was and the mistakes they made. A lot of them just talk about how bad they screwed up and what they shouldn't have done and how they learned from it. And it's really real life, you know, real insight. So it's a cool place to check out, and it may not always be that way. So live in the moment and take advantage of that. You know, if this gets too watered down or it gets ruined by, you know, all of us on it because people start, you know, doing the wrong thing, or you know, they're trying to kind of wrangle it and control it. But you know how everything gets, you know, everything is different now than it was in the past. So at any rate, you know, go on there, follow, definitely follow Don, follow Glenn. You know, as you get into some of these rooms, like Danny mentioned, you're going to hear some other people, and you're going to be like, wow, that's cool. So follow them. And if you hit the little bell on their profile, it will alert you on your phone anytime they're in a room and they're talking. So I thought that was pretty cool as well. So join that. Don't get addicted to it. I like to listen to it in the car because it kind of times me out. When I get to my destination, I'm out most of the time. Yesterday I brought it inside. All right. Well, some of you saw also that we are opening, when I say we, Exp Realty is opening up a couple of more countries in 2021, Colombia, Spain, Israel, to name a few. We keep cranking them out, and it's exciting to do that. So I put this on here because of two reasons. One, it's exciting to see the growth of the company and how fast it's growing. And as I've said before, our company can scale at a massive rate very fast because we don't have to have, we don't have franchises. So if we have in a traditional franchise model, in order to go into a country, you would have to find an influencer. You'd have to find someone that has a bunch of money to put up for a franchise, you know, sometimes $200,000, $250,000 just to start and say, hey, I'll do it. And then once you do that, you got to go find a big lease for a big brick and mortar and get a lease for 4 or 5 years. And then you got to go find, 10 top agents to support that lease. So it takes, well over a year sometimes just to get something started. And, the longer it goes, the easier it is for it to fall apart. Whereas EXP, they don't have any brick and mortar. They don't have any franchise owners. So there's nothing to purchase. They go in there, they have the leaders in that area, influencers, people that do business. They learn the laws. They have, their people on the ground that know the business, and they can basically open up shop with a couple of responsible people and producers in that area. And that's why we're able to open so fast and scale so fast, whereas other companies with franchise ties move very slowly. So that's why we're moving so fast, and it's easier. Nothing's easy. But we also have Michael Valdez at the helm, and he is the president of international growth for EXP. And he came over from, I always forget the name of the company. What's the other company? The parent company. I don't know, one of the other huge companies, conglomerate. They own Better Homes and Garden, or High Garden. They own Century 21. They own Sotheby's, Coldwell Banker. They're all under one umbrella, and that's where Michael came from. I forgot what the name of the parent company is. It leaves my mind, but he's running that show, and he's kind of expanded for them around the world for years. So he knows the contacts, and he knows how to do this. If you guys, so that's one reason I got this slide up. The other reason is, at other companies, if, and not to pick on any other company, but if you were at Remax or you were at Century 21 or KW, and they're like, yeah, we're opening up Colombia and Spain and Israel, it means nothing to you. It means absolutely nothing. You're like, hey, great, we're in another country, because there's no benefit to you. There's two benefits at this company. One, you're a shareholder. So the more business we do around the world as agents and as a company, it helps build the income and the infrastructure of the actual parent company and of Exp Realty, which builds the parent company of Exp World Holdings, which fuels the stock. So that's one reason why it's important for you to be excited, because growth means growth, which hopefully means more revenue. The other thing is, they allow you to have ties in these countries and basically sponsor and be business partners with these people in these other countries if you have a relationship. So, and you'd be surprised of how often that does happen, that, someone, a prominent business person in Israel, and that person's wife or husband is a realtor in Israel. And then all of a sudden you've got that contact. And then you make that contact happen because of technology, and you can get the model in front of them and get them in front of the person that is running Exp Israel. And then all of a sudden that person's like, this is very interesting, I'm going to do this. Now you have ownership through revenue share in that country. And that's why this is so exciting. It's a matter of a shareholder connection and then a possibility of a partnership through revenue share. So it's an amazing opportunity, and it's just getting started. If you guys want to know more about international, go to the Exp Global Monthly Update with Michael, and that is in the Exp Main Auditorium, actually coming up this Monday, which is my birthday, at 8 a.m. Pacific time, 11 a.m. Eastern. So that's also in announcements within Workplace, if you want to check that out. So make sure if any of this stuff that from an announcement standpoint you're not picking up, or you didn't take a screenshot, just go into Exp announcements a lot of times, and you'll see some of the content that I am giving you. Mentioned this last week, just wanted to follow up and kind of narrow this down into one slide. We have here in Charlotte, we have a Make It Your Own Facebook group. So it's MIO is the acronym, Make It Your Own Charlotte Real Estate EXP. That's the name of it. And real quick, I'm not going to play a video or anything, but I just posted this video on the impact page this morning worldwide. So if you want to watch this video to get insight on it, go ahead and do that. Kathy also did a great video within the actual MIO site. So even if you're out of state, you can go and join this Charlotte Real Estate MIO group for EXP, and then look at Kathy's video, and you can reach out to her if you want to do one in your own area. That's one of the most important things. This is not a Charlotte thing. You can do this all around the country. And the way it works real quick is within this group, we only allow EXP agents in there, and any EXP agent that posts their listing in this group is saying that it's okay for other agents to go out and market it in order to try and get buyers. So the easiest way to do it, and Kathy goes into some more detail in the video, but a very simple way to do that, if you had 123 Smith Street in Charlotte, I would go into my KB Core or whatever website you're using, look up 123 Smith Street from your website, take that lead, and then drop it in your Facebook or your LinkedIn, have it populate, and then put some information above it, your contact information, and say, call me for a showing, great new listing, just hit the market. The person clicks on your link, it goes right into your CRM. They look at the property, they sign in, you get a lead. Hopefully you sell the house that you're promoting, and everybody wins. The listing agent wins and you win. If that's not quite the house, at least you got a lead now that you can show some other houses as well on other properties. So that's a great way to get lead gen for free. So if you don't have one in your area, be the one that creates that. It's great for agent attraction also because you're giving someone value. It's like, oh, you don't have any listings? Well, we all share our listings here. And I'm going to attach you to this site. Yeah, Kathy.
And just one thing, in my video, I really touch on no open houses and make it clean, because that site can get overwhelmed with a lot of off topic, and I try and keep them on topic. So whoever is the manager of the site kind of keeps it that way, so that it is just for listing agents to put it on and for other agents to pull them off. And so I just talk about how to keep it clean in there too.
Yeah, great point, because if it gets watered down with open houses and people asking real estate related questions and not just listings, it gets real messy. So great point, just keep it clean. Create one in your area if you don't have one. Also, another thing that I mentioned last week, if you go into Workplace and put EXP referral network in, you should be a part of that group. There's 30 plus referrals a day that are put in there by agents from the company. And just keep an eye out. I would just check it a couple times a day. And, you can get some free deals out of that. There's, I mean, almost half the company is on there. There's 21,400 agents on there. And once again, that's one of the benefits of EXP. The entire company is under one umbrella instead of different franchises. So, and not knocking KW by any means, but when I was at KW prior, there was like 100 different referral sites because just agents just created them. And EXP agents do that too, but there was not one that like had a bazillion agents on it that was primarily used. So this is a company-based workplace EXP referral network that gets, like I said, at least 30 a day are posted on there. So if you keep an eye out, it's a great way to get some deals and build relationships with other agents. This is something new. I don't know if you guys saw this. So if you're into agent attraction, which you should, because that's one of the great benefits of this company, they are releasing a new series in EXP University. So these are live classes. They will also be archived. So it's agent attraction series. So the top agent attraction people within the company are going to teach classes on how they built their organization. So it's Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 9 a.m. Pacific and 12 p.m. Eastern in the EXP University Attraction Auditorium. So you can go right in a drop down in EXP World and just teleport right to that on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, depending on where you are in the country. And you're gonna see a top influencer and agent attractor in the company talk about how they approach agents and how they build relationships over time and build their organization, All right, so I thought this would be helpful because there's a lot of people really do not know how agent attraction and revenue share works. So I wanted to kind of put this graphic out there. So let's start on the left-hand side. You got Bob and Julie. Julie's an EXP agent and Bob's at another company. Julie and Bob do a deal. Julie takes, and after they do their deal, Julie presents EXP to Bob, says, Bob, you're a great agent. I think you'd really benefit from this model. And it's much more than just doing transactions, and we all work together and we grow. So Bob takes a look at the EXP model and Bob joins. So that's the lower one, Bob EXP. So we fast forward over here where it says Julie in yellow. So Julie is the business partner and sponsor of Bob, okay? So Bob, if we go down here, Bob's transaction, next month, Bob is under Julie at EXP. Bob goes out and does a $400,000 transaction at 2.5% commission. I did that because it's a nice even number. $10,000 commission, it's an 80-20 split, right? So, and it goes towards your $16,000 cap. That $10,000 commission is down here. It's $8,000 to Bob. So that goes right up to Bob. 20% goes to EXP, goes towards his $16,000 cap up here, right? EXP turns around to Julie and says, Julie, we don't have any franchise owners. We don't have any regional owners. We don't have all this overhead for brick and mortar. Thank you for bringing Bob to the company and supporting him at a high level. We're going to give you 3.5% of Bob's gross commission out of the one deal that he did. So at the end of the month, EXP turns around to Julie and gives her $350 direct deposit out of their money. So it's out of EXP's money. It does not affect Bob at all. Bob still put $2,000 towards his cap. So he's got $14,000 left towards his cap. So that's how a transaction works with revenue share inside of EXP. It's very simple. In a normal franchise model, Julie does the deal or Bob does a deal, and 5 to 6% goes to corporate, and the rest goes to the franchise owner, period. And you just get a commission. So it's very different. So you're actually going to make more, and it's going to benefit you because Julie wants Bob to succeed. So Bob is getting tons of support from Julie, and Julie has a sponsor and a business partner, and above all them, so they all want to help Julie help Bob. So we all help together, and then everybody grows their business together. And that's the beauty of this model. So I thought that'd be helpful to see an elementary version of that. And of course, it goes 7 levels deep. So if you attract a lot of people, and Bob starts to attract a lot of people, it just grows organically, and everybody wins together and grows together rather than just the franchise owner getting a lot of money and paying a lot of bills. So this was on Workplace as well. I thought this was something that some people might have seen that might want to see. It's actually at 7:30 tonight Eastern. Great time for a webinar. Friday night at 7:30 if you're looking for something exciting to do. But it's an investment. It's the Real Estate Investment Network Summit, and a lot of people want to learn how to invest in real estate. And this is a Canadian company, so it's Real Estate Investment Canada. So it's REIN Canada.com. But the fundamentals are the same. So if you're into possibly getting into some real estate investment and want to learn more about that, Glenn's going to talk tonight at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, and might be cool to check out if you're into that. So you can go right into Workplace, find this in EXP announcements, and then just hit click to register, and I believe they'll give you a live link to the webinar. Finishing up, lean on each other. I say it all the time. I'm going to say it every week. That's what makes us grow together. You know, you saw the example of Julie and Bob. It all works. We have a great organization because everybody steps up and wants to help each other and lean on each other. So if you spread that word, how excited you are that we all work together, we help each other. If you hop on a text or a call, you get the responses that you want. Reach out, lean on people, and let's grow together, and tell the people that you're working with at other companies how exciting it is and how great it is and that you're a shareholder just for doing the business that you already do. And if you want to be in that same boat and that sounds interesting to you, we'd love to show you how we all work together and grow together. So any final questions, thoughts going forward? That was a quick half hour. We're actually over time.
Good.
All right. Thanks, everybody. This will be on the YouTube channel, but it's also live on Facebook right now. So if you want to go back and watch it or share it to someone else or someone else in the impact group, you could just tag them under this. And if you got any questions, ask them underneath the live feed in impact and we'll answer them there. See you next week. Spread the word. Have a great week. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.